Hi everyone, I am Maria Felipe for Actors Reporter for Interviews, Entrevistas. That's right. Well, my friends, we have an amazing interview today with Judith Savage. She is the owner and agent for Savage Agency. They've been around for over 30 years, and they're the longest running youth-oriented agency, and I have the honor of interviewing her today. So let's talk with her, Judith Savage.
Thank you, Maria.
No, thank you. I'm so happy to have you here. I've heard so much about you. I read a lot about you last year on Variety. And I know that you have the longest running children's agency, over 30 years. You started in the 1970s. Tell us a little bit about that.
My own children were child actors, and as they were growing up, I decided I better find something to do for myself because I managed their careers. And so I tried to get a job, and everywhere I went, I came on too strong, and they said, no, no, no. So I said, well, I'll just start my own agency. Other people have done it. Can't be that hard.
And that's wonderful because I know you bought like a bungalow style
I bought a
for $40,000. And today, you still have it today, 30 years later. That is amazing. What an accomplishment.
It's great. And we've fixed it up a couple of times, you know, patched it with glue and
how have you been able to stay alive and be able to just be in the business for 30 years and not be eaten up by a big firm or just being bought out? What have you done? What has made you get there to where you are today?
I think it's just a simple business principle, low overhead.
Okay.
And
make sure you remember that.
Being very, very nice to all of our clients. Other agents who have succeeded, which shall be unnamed, played the business a lot different. They were intimidating, but I feel like, and it's always been our policy, that we work for the client. And we get back to people, we talk to them, we guide them, we tell them where to study, we really help them along their career.
It's more like a teamwork family unit?
Yes, it's very family-like, and we get feedback from them, and whatever the feedback is, we try to pass that on so that the person, the actor, a child or young adult, I still have some of my clients that are in their 30s that have stayed with me.
Wow.
And
what are some of the names of some of the famous child actors that you represented through the years, just to have an idea?
I had mostly kids on television shows.
Okay.
And I was so lucky to go through the 80s and the 90s when there were all those half-hour shows.
Okay.
And so on every one of them, I had probably 2 kids. I mean, I had Danica McKellar on Wonder Years, I had Jodie Sweetin and Andrea Barber on Full House, and I had 2 of the boys on Tim Allen's show, and I had 2 kids, Ryder Strong and Daniel Fishel on Boy Meets World, and then I had somebody, Danny Masterson was on the 70s show.
Wow, that's a lot of
had
people.
2 of the kids on Seventh Heaven.
She could just go on and on, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and millions. Let me ask you something. When did you, because I know that you also represent adults as well, when did you incorporate representing adults in the agency?
Well, as our children started to grow into adults, we made a pact with one of the bigger agencies, Paradigm. And so, which I'd been trying to do for years, but they finally came to us.
This just happened recently,
This
correct?
happened within the last 2 years. And so when our children or young adults or whatever they are get to a place where they feel like they need a bigger agency, we can go to them, take them, and if they like them, and it's a case-by-case thing, if they like them, we split 50-50 for life.
That's wonderful.
Which is an amazing deal.
That's a great idea for you because I'm sure if the kids are with you for a certain amount of time, they grow and then they'll leave and then you lose their business and that relationship.
That's what happened to, probably 30, 40 of my top, you know, like Kelly Martin and Elizabeth Berkley and all these kids that are still working.
That must have been very frustrating for you. How did you get through the tough times? I know the first 5 years when you started your business, I heard it was one of the hardest times for you.
Yes.
Tell me about it and how did you get through it, just to inspire people out there.
Those first 5 years, I didn't make any money. I had to like mortgage my home and mortgage my office, and then I'd use that and then I'd pay it back.
Kind of playing with the money.
Yeah, until finally some money started to come in, and I would cry every day because in the those first years there were no things like breakdown services and any of the
LA casting, all hard copy submissions.
Any of the easy ways, you know, to do things. You had to go to the studios, make cold calls, come back, then try to get your people in on interviews.